These energies at the moment are really tough. I've been speaking about the different energy centers. So at the moment, lately, we are clearing out a lot of these programs, consciousness and beliefs from our solar plexus. Now, what many might be experiencing at the moment are certain feelings and thoughts that are coming up that are around the energy of not feeling safe, of doubt, of frustration around one's life journey, even frustration towards the universe. Questions are coming up about one's purpose. What's this all about? And the many whys. This is the area of the solar plexus. Our solar plexus holds so much data in relation to our self-worth, our self-image, the history connected to our life, our genetics, our family stuff. It also is connected to what's happening in the collective consciousness, in the mainstream place, area, and spaces. So there is a lot of undoing that's happening in the area of the solar plexus. Now, the solar plexus has a partnership with the head, our head centers, with our thoughts, our beliefs, our perceptions, how we see things. Now, these two energy centers have always worked closely with each other. So what we hold in our solar plexus around our self-worth, around how we see our external reality, is supported by our thoughts, our beliefs, our perceptions. They both hold those energies and they both work off each other. So at the moment, as this energy is being shifted from our solar plexus, it's also affecting and impacting our head centers. So many might feel a bit foggy, a bit heavy around the head, again, tiredness, exhaustion. And that's because the strong beliefs that are held in the head centers are being deleted, transmuted at this time. So it can create this space where we feel that we are neither here or there, that we are in limbo, that we are in a holding pattern. And that in turn brings up these feelings from the solar plexus of not feeling grounded, not feeling safe. So some fears might come up, and just not feeling connected, which stirs up the doubts and even feelings and thoughts of frustration that we think that we have not progressed or we've gone backwards. That is not truth. What is occurring is that we are experiencing the symptoms of the undoing in this energy center. All of our energy centers will go through the process of the undoing and the clearing. At the moment, it's strongly around the solar plexus and its partnership with our thoughts, which is really how we see the world, others, and even ourselves, which comes from the foundation of our self-worth, self-recognition that has been forged and shaped by how we have grown up, the experiences we've had, the external validations that we have yearned and craved for. Now, putting it very simply, these energies are connected to our ego consciousness that predominantly dominate the thoughts, which impacts our seeing, our perceptions. So at the moment, you might be experiencing a lot of projections, a lot of triggers from the external space. No, this is connected to that solar plexus region and the thoughts. Recognizing this will assist you to not go down that pathway. Having an understanding that you are changing the way you think, feel, move in the many realities that you're in. This is the process that's going on, which is also being impacted by, yes, the external going-ons. But remember, you are sovereign to yourself, to your beingness. And what is occurring is the undoing of an old way. You are going into a new space, realm, consciousness that is called the unknown. And these energies are very intense, can be tough. They're a bit tough in the next couple of weeks. So as they are intense, they will bring up residue aspects of energy that gets interpreted through our being as doubt, fear, not feeling safe, confusion, and not feeling grounded. In these times of transmutation happening in our energy centers, there is a mystical format under the guardianship of sacred geometry. So we have the solar plexus, the midpoint, self-worth, self-image, our connection to the collective, to the tribe, to the group consciousness. It has a partnership with the thoughts, the head centers, the seeing, the third eye, the perception. And when all this undoing and transmutation and clearing is occurring, what starts to happen, and this is what we are in and going through and moving towards also, is what starts happening is a direct line, a direct clear line to our soul star energy center, which is above our crown. Now, the soul star is the platform, is the space, putting that very simply, of our soul, of our higher self. So this transmutation is creating, solar plexus transmutation, creating a direct line of co-creation with our soul, with our higher self. So as all of this old stuff, old programs, old consciousness and so on is being transmuting and transmuted, then our soul, our higher self, is able to come through the energy centers, activating the higher consciousness of the third eye, activating the higher consciousness of the solar plexus. And then it moves through solar plexus, third eye, head centers, back to the soul star higher self. So there's this motion, okay? There's this motion. Solar plexus, third eye, soul star. And this is creating the flow of infinity, sacred geometry, sacred geometrics. This is the initiation process that we are all in. This needs to occur so we are able to embody here on earth in this physical form our soul, our higher self, coming through, being grounded in our physical reality. And then a co-creative journey experience occurs. This is the purpose of all transmutation in all of the energy centers. It's just the different energy centers carry different consciousness. It's like our being is a library, is a storeroom, is the archive. It's time for the decluttering. It's time for the clearing out. Because we are moving into that new unknown space of light on earth through our beings. That is why we are continuously feeling the intensity, the tiredness. And I do have to say, this tiredness and exhaustion does have different meanings and levels to it. But ultimately, the foundation is about the transmutation. So these symptoms you're feeling is connected to you shedding. And I'm putting this really simply and mildly because it is a massive process that we are in. It's really important, the shifting of this solar plexus. It's a vast space where a lot where a lot comes from. So we're needing to really, really clear out some of those beliefs about ourselves ultimately, but those beliefs also impact our perceptions and our beliefs about each other. And that's where this planet is at this moment. Like I've been saying, all energy centers are being called to transmute, to declutter, to release, to heal, and so on. So the solar plexus is definitely doing a massive overhaul, which is connected to how we see, how we think. Just know that our energy centers are in their space of ascension. So each energy center is being called to evolve, to ascend. The energy this week is tough. It's important that you find ways to support yourself. Try and not get caught in the naysayers within you. Try and not get caught in the distractions and loops of not feeling good. If that does come up, remind yourself, I am just clearing. This is not my truth. This week, going into next week, there is a lot of energy that is strong, that can be heavy, that we will be feeling the intensity of it. How we see it, what we think is so important. Knowing that you are moving through this time into your new, that you have to clear out the old way, the old consciousness. We're all going through this. Be aware of those parts of you that are feeling overwhelmed, feeling really frustrated with everything, everyone, and especially the universe and your spirit team and so on. That's understandable. This won't last long. No matter what is occurring on the external reality, stay focused on your higher aspects in consciousness, and that is light, and that is love. These are strong times, but know that in the peripheral of many spaces and places and of us, the new beginnings are coming through. And as we focus on that more and more, we'll make that bigger, that consciousness, the new beginnings of light, of peace, and all of those wonderful, fabulous consciousness of inclusivity. Again, it is a tough week. We are feeling tired and exhausted again. But that's that deep, deep shifting that's occurring. Thank you, and I'll speak to you very soon again. Thank you.